my son. It's like, bro, I don't need a girl to like love on me no type of way. Like, I really don't care. Like, the only thing different, and not this might people might spin this to make it weird or whatever, but like the only thing different between love from a girl and like your kid is just intimacy. That's the only difference.
Oh my God. I feel like
Hey guys, welcome to Little Black But 91. Listen, we're gonna go through this video. We got some receipts, right? Shout out to the person who did this. Free the document so we can actually download it and actually begin to read through it. Because we're gonna read through it, the documents, right? What happened actually in the court case, right? Between obviously, I said the court case, but the court order by Halle and obviously DDG. Now, I want to say this first and foremost. I've already said this about DDG. I don't like the way he moves. I've said this from years ago. The way he moves, he does not cover his partner. Somebody who doesn't cover their partner is always a dangerous person, right? Nobody's saying you have to let everything go. But what we're saying is if you're always consistently exposing your partner to your fans and letting them do what they do to her, you're sicking them on your fans or fans on your girl or your ex-girl, whatever it is. That is nuts behavior. Nuts behavior. Right, and it's not becoming of somebody who's meant to be a husband, a future husband. Somebody's going to be who's currently a father. That is not how you behave. And it does look like now at this point, you just be stunting. If you're going to show that you have good intentions towards people, right? There's a way that you have to move and behave. I don't think DDG does that. Now, if the man them can scream from left to right, up and down, from here to King Kong, okay, and King Kong doesn't even exist. But if we're going to be honest about the way that a man moves, if the man was moving like this and is your brother, I'm sorry, it was your sister, Halle was your sister, you'd be cussing DDG out all the way because some of the behaviors have been unbecoming and how do I say this let me not start cussing blood. But you know what I mean? Like it's not appropriate to move in that way when we are talking about relationships that are mature and that relationships that are actually healthy. I don't think DDG moves in a very healthy way. Okay, not the way that he's dealt with Halle in any essence. She's not a perfect person. She's not somebody who can't do no wrong. But when you are always consistently coming to my damn internet every single time talking about what's happening, it tells me all I need to know. You are the problem because you're always coming to the internet to do something crazy, right? So let's read through the document. We got it here, right? So we got a little declaration of Halle Bailey, and I hope I'm saying her name wrong because I was saying her name wrong all the time. And this in the document is what she put in to provide points for her case, right? So let's read it quickly. It's a lot of pages, like 20 pages, but let's read it. Halle Bailey declares, "I am the petitioner in this case. I have personal knowledge of the facts I state below, and if I were to be called as a witness, I could competently testify to what I've written in this declaration." Let's speed that part up because you don't need to, right? Okay. I submit this declaration in support of my request for domestic violence restraining order. Daryl Dwayne Granberry Jr. What a name. And I were involved in a romantic relationship for about 2 years, beginning in 2020, ended in 2024. Our son, Halo, was born in 2022, 2023. Throughout our relationship and continue to date, Daryl has been and continues to be physically, verbally, and emotionally and financially abusive towards me. I don't know how the financial one is asking, but we'll see. I am seeking orders to protect myself and our son, for Halo, from ongoing abuse. Daryl is a professional YouTube and Twitch blogger and rapper. Whenever he wishes to cause upset, he starts bad mouthing me to several millions of his fans, which he has done on numerous of times. It is absolutely horrific to see. As a man myself, I'm like, you are moving like I don't even say like you're moving like a gal. You're moving like a B mode. And I'm choosing my words very carefully. But when I see man them do that kind of thing, you're setting a whole crowd on your girl blood, your ex-girl, the mother of your kids' blood. If your mother of your kids is not healthy, neither is your child, bro boy. It doesn't make sense to do this. You know what I mean? You can disagree. You can have different points of view. You may not even like her, but the way that you consistently talk about her in the public eye, trying to get us on side to try and attack her, is crazy work. It shows me where somebody's heart is. Okay, all right. Whenever he wishes to cause upset, he starts bad mouthing to me several millions of fans. He claims I'm withholding our son and that I'm with other men, which we're going to see the evidence for in the docket. As a result, I then receive threats and hate on social media. He tries to set up drama for his fans. He goes live ranting about me and alleges that I'm keeping Halo from him. This is false. I have requested a set schedule, which he refuses. Okay, so he's refusing the set schedule. That's important. I'm also a public figure and I'm subject to public and scrutiny and hate. As of recently this morning, May 13, 2025, Daryl was given an interview in Miami on TikTok talking about how our son flipping the script, claiming he is getting hated on by his fans. To be clear, I do not go on social media discussing our relationship or any of our issues related to our son. Only he does that, which is very important again. Because why is DDG every single time going onto an internet trying to run a smear campaign? Better yet, he's a politician. He's a politician in the social media game. Because why is he always rallying us up to try and get behind him to be able to come and jump on the neck of his girl? You need to have conflict resolution skills, my boy. You need to go and do some research, conflict resolution skills, learn how to talk to people, learn how to solve issues, and not allow your emotions to overspill. We need emotional regulation. I'm not seeing that from DDG right now, right? Every single time there's a problem, you on the internet scrying about this issue. If Halo was an issue of you not being able to see him, go to the court and put it in legals. But you don't want to do that because you want to be able to move however you want to move. It's about control. It's not about you actually caring about Halo at this point, from what I can see. But let's go on. I do not go on social media discussing our relationship or any other issues related to our son. Only he does that. He's the one who creates a frenzy with his and the fan bases, and he's now going online to continue talking about it, furthering the frenzy. This is not child-centered. I've asked him to stop this behavior. He continues. He gets paid for hits, and this creates hits for him. Our relationship ended in 2024 because of Daryl's temper and a lack of respect towards me. Oh my gosh. Let's stop right there. Let's stop right there. It said our relationship ended in 2024 because Daryl's temper and a lack of respect towards me. There have been numerous incidents of physical. Brother, I don't want to hear nothing because physical, even before Halo was born. Stop right there. Let's stop right there. Let it sink in. Because that's nuts. Right? That's nuts. That's what happens when you are emotionally unregulated. And people who do this kind of stuff struggle to actually fully express themselves verbally. That's why they always turn physical. And it's a problem within themselves because they don't see themselves as valuable. And so they have to try and control people as a piece of value, as to attain value for themselves. People who are physically abusive to their partners, right? The Bible says that we should love our wives as we love ourselves. You don't love you. That's why you're abusing the person you're with. I don't care if you're with her anymore. It should never be a physical abuse situation. Never be. There should never be a case where my hand's on you, bro. I never had one. I don't know what that is, bro. Why is my hands on my girl? I don't care I don't care how angry you are. My hands are not going to be on you, blood. I got to walk away because that's not about me. I'm not about to be in that life. I'm not about to be there for you and do that kind of stuff. He often calls me profanities, including the B word. He often called me evil. Since we broke up, we have ongoing issues related to Daryl's last minute demands to see Halo without any schedule. He will not commit to any regular visits or schedule visits. This is about control. The reason why he's not scheduling those visits because he wants to have control over Halle and what she does. And so whenever he feels like he wants to mess her up because he's not feeling good about himself, that's what ends up happening. Yeah. So he will consistently try to mess up her schedule last minute. It's about control. Why not set yourself to a regular schedule? You're not broke. You're not suffering with money. It's not an issue. You got your mom there. You got people who can help you. This is not about that scheduling is not working for you. You just don't want it to work for you. He demands Halo when it's convenient for Daryl only. I never knew when I will get Halo back or where he will be. Based on my discussions with him and his mother, I'm aware that Daryl leaves Halo with his mother most of the visits, and his mother cares for Halo. I want Daryl's family to be close with Halo, but I believe Daryl should be present instead of just simply leaving Halo with his family for days. On January the 18th, 2025. Now, but I want to be fair in this and saying this. As he's a working individual, yes, the child will be left with his mom a little bit more. That's just natural, babe. Okay. The same way when you're going to be working on your tour, working on film, you are also going to be having your child with a nanny. Let's not play that game. I have to be fair. That's nonsense, right? He leaves a child with his mom. Yeah, I get it, but you're going to be leaving it with your nanny. You know what I'm saying to you? If you're on set for 12 hours, babe, we're going to take the kid in between sets. You're not. You're going to have a nanny there. So for 8 weeks, you're going to be out of bounds. Right, you're going to be having a nanny there. So just to be fair, I know what the lawyer's doing. I know what the attorney's doing. It's going to be smart here, but let's be fair. Okay. On January 18th, 2025, Daryl called and said he was coming over to get Halo, who was just 13 months at the time. I let him into my house and asked him politely when he would bring Halo back. I have repeatedly asked Daryl to please set a schedule. He did not want to talk and refused to tell me when he would bring Halo back. The discussion continued as I walked with him outside to assist to put Halo into the car seat. I was buckling the baby into the seat and I physically got into the back seat to adjust the car seat. I left the front door open and was not even fully dressed as I was not even wearing shoes. Daryl kept repeating, "Get out of my Halo was crying. I repeatedly pleaded with him to stop calling me a B word. I felt very nervous that he was taking Halo with him and was very agitated. I did not feel safe leaving the baby with him in this particular state. I also wanted to know when he would bring Halo back. He would not tell me. Damn. The argument then escalated. The next thing I knew, things got physical between us. Okay, what does that mean? Because it got physical between us. We fought each other, wrestling and tussling. At one point, Daryl was pulling my hair. He then slammed my face on the steering wheel. Oh. Somebody sleeping in my bed. What is going on? At one point, Daryl was pulling my hair. He then slammed my face on the steering wheel, caused my tooth to get chipped, and then stopped fighting back as I was in a lot of pain. I wanted to get out of the car with Halo, but was now stuck. Daryl then said that since I would not leave the baby in the car, he would take me with them. He drove quickly towards his house. When he arrived at his house, I was crying and told his family what happened. I begged his family, who were there, to help me figure out a schedule with him. They said, just leave Halo and go. I left hysterical. I had bruises on my arm and a chipped tooth. True and correct copies of pictures of the bruise on my tooth are here too. Now, I want to be fair, because he said that both of you were tussling. It sounds like you lost a tussle. Now, when I would say is him slamming your face into a steering wheel is absolutely ludicrous madness. Absolute madness. It is diabolical behavior. The fact that he slammed your face into a car steering wheel, that DDG. And see, this is the thing about also people who have parents and family who enable them. Because let me tell you this now, something I now really appreciate, but it's hard to still appreciate because it was painful at the time. If you get in trouble at school, my parents were like, if you get in trouble, I don't care what you did, you're the one in trouble. You know what I'm saying to you? Sometimes you need parents who don't just back you whenever anything goes wrong, because some of these kids are spoiled to the hilt. Their parents are backing them on the shenanigans and the nonsense that they do. Right? On March 3rd, 2025, Daryl had Halo in his care. I was to pick up Halo at 3 p.m. that day. Instead, at approximately 12, I was away from my home. Daryl came to my home and entered my home without any permission or knowledge. He does not have a key to my home. So many of you guys were saying, oh, he has a key to the home. He does not have a key to the home, blood. I'll bring a copy of the Ring camera footage from that day that shows Daryl entering my sliding door on the side of my house and going upstairs. And after he entered my home, Daryl then went to my bedroom, sent me pictures of my empty bed. It sounds like a threat, my nigga. Sounds like a threat to me. Sounds like a threat to me. He sent a threatening text. Now I know what you've been on, which I understood to be accusing me of having sex with other men. This left me feeling unsafe and nervous, and that he would enter my home again when I was there. That's crazy work, bro. We cannot defend this as men. This is nasty work. It's how people get killed. I should say unalived. It's how people get hurt, bro. I can't back a man like this. I'm sorry, brother. If you're my boy, I've got to let you know you're absolutely retarded for this behavior. And you need to stop, because you're about to be in prison and you're going to go to jail. On March 7, 2025, Halo and I were both sick with RSV at my home. Daryl stopped by to see Halo. I had already warned about our sickness. I made it clear to him, and I did not want Halo leaving my home because he was sick. When I told Daryl that, he became very angry with me. He raised his voice and became verbally abusive towards me, hurling bad names at me. He then saw that the Ring camera was recording. He unplugged the Ring camera, opened the side door, and threw the Ring camera out of my home. I went outside to retrieve the Ring camera. He then locked me outside of my house. I went around her back and came into the house through another entrance. I plugged the camera back in and called my family member for help. This is nuts behavior, bro. With her on the phone line, I repeatedly asked Daryl to please leave. I told him that he was being rude and I was too sick to deal with him. He would not leave. When he realized that my family member was on the phone line, he became enraged. Around the same time, I noticed that he saw the Ring camera was back on, and so he smashed the camera. I've recorded this and will bring the recording to the hearing. Oh, my days. So she got some evidence. Daryl, this is not looking good, bruv. It's looking madly incriminating. Daryl then grabbed my phone, hung up my call of my family member. At some point, while he was distracted, I was able to get Halo from him. Daryl then ran outside of the house with my phone. I followed, begging to please give my phone back. He got into his car, closed the car door on me. While I was holding Halo, Daryl then drove off and threw my phone out the window and yelled, go get it. As a result of the incident, I filed a police report. Do you see how many times you've had an opportunity not to mess around? Several times before we got to the place where police are involved, my brother. This is nuts behavior, bro. This is something that we can't defend. This is not something that we have to start being a male-centered for. We don't have to do this, bro. Like, what right is right, wrong is wrong. This is wrong behavior. This is wrong behavior, bro. And now it's in a police report. As attachment in Exhibit 3, a true copy of police card and incident report, which I've actually seen myself. It was filed on the 7th of March, I believe, 2025. Incident report case number 25039536. I'll obtain a copy of that police report for a hearing. The lack of schedule and Daryl's random demands caused me great distress. I'm a singer and an actress. I'm often on set, having to arrange my schedule at a time. I must be able to work. People begin threatening me, and this creates fear for me. Okay, I've attempted to work with Daryl to set up a schedule for Halo, but he refuses to talk to me and just goes live to blast me to his fans. I was also continue to try and work with his mother to try and arrange time for Daryl to be with Halo. I was filming in New Jersey last month and arranged for his mother to come and take Halo to visit with his father. In coordinating the trip, I learned that Daryl had purchased a one-way ticket for his mother to come to New Jersey and take Halo to him. He demanded I pay the cost of the return ticket and would not book it. What the hell is going on? I had a lawyer get involved in order to protect our son and draft an agreement to ensure that our son will be returned to me. I was glad that I could facilitate the visit, but it created tremendous stress for me and disrupted my work while I was dealing with Daryl's threats. The court should also be aware that Daryl's mother and I discussed further visits after the visit last month, but Daryl chose not to see our son. This is not unusual. Daryl often goes for weeks without contact and demands Halo the very day. Daryl's mother and I also discussed I'll be back in Los Angeles with Halo returning on May 11th, 2025. Our communication evidence in these discussions are attached as Exhibit 5. Then on May 5th, 2025, the night of the Met Gala, Daryl started up again online. He went live on his Twitch channel, voicing he was unable to see his son, implying that I was keeping Halo from him. He then created a firestorm of a media around freeing Halo for me. See various social media messages directed at me, collectively Exhibit 6. His fans then began accusing me of refusing to share Halo and being out partying with other men. Given the fact that Daryl's mother and I texted about whereabouts a week prior, and Daryl did not wish to see Halo after his last visit, the timing of his Twitch posts were intended to ruin my night, which he did. I could not concentrate to be at the Met Gala. I was worried about my situation again. Every time this happens, I feel scared, I feel anxious, I worry about Halo's safety as well as my own. I have noticed a pattern of Daryl doing this when I have events related to my career. It's given jealousy. It's given jealousy. It's given jealousy. Although I'm trying to work hard to provide for our son. Likewise, the weekend of Mother's Day, May 9th, May 9th to the 11th, 2025, I left New Jersey with Halo. I left New Jersey with Halo and went on a short vacation with my sister. Daryl again accused me of being with other men and posting about my relationship with other men. I mean, she's single. She can do what she wants. That level of control is nasty behavior, bro. She's no longer yours. Let it go. Okay. Which then began, obviously, a true and correct copy of social media posts that Daryl began texting me. As always, this creates great distress. I even texted him hoping he would stop. Daryl, are you not tired of harassing me? You make up a new lie on me every day. I'm in St. Lucia having fun with Charmaine and with Chloe, not with any man out here. I wouldn't do that. I have Halo. I told your mom I was going to be with you and my sister last week. Please let me enjoy my Mother's Day in peace. I hope you're okay and feel better soon. More recently, this has become extremely upsetting to me because Daryl refuses to work with my attorney to set up any schedule. Instead, he's threatening that he will take our son 50% of the time and pay me zero support. It should be noted that he has never paid me child support and I've never sought child support from him. I've asked him, however, to contribute to Halo's expenses. Only on one occasion has he done so. I'm contractually committed to be filming a movie out of the country in Italy on June the 7th, 2025 for approximately 8 weeks. I've been and remain the only caretaker of Halo throughout his entire life. I do not believe it's in Halo's best interest to be left with Daryl or more likely his mother because Daryl leaves town on a weekly basis most weeks, especially for the entire 8 weeks. I'm seeking permission to take Halo with me to Italy so I can continue caring for him. I'm contractually bound to be in Italy for a film. I have family and a nanny who will be traveling with me to care for Halo while I'm working. I have done everything possible to avoid going to court. I've tried to placate Daryl by providing him access to Halo, even though he is not with Halo and often leaves Halo with his mother. I've facilitated his visits, no matter where I am, and often last minute. I realize that there is no placating Daryl. I cannot allow this abuse any longer. I cannot keep living like this. I never know when he's going to demand our son to be demand our son be in his mother's care, and whether I will be subjected to his threats and abuse. As of the date I'm signing this declaration, Daryl is in Miami, online, railing against me, alleging he cannot see his son. He is not in Los Angeles. I have planned on Daryl picking up Halo on Monday. Yesterday at Los Angeles, a home in Los Angeles. His attorney his attorney has not responded to mine to arrange for a visit. This is not child-centered, and Halo is only being used to further his fan base and online presence. I declare, under the penalty of perjury, under the laws of the state of California, that the foregoing is true and correct. May 13, 2025. Let's look at some of these exhibits. Okay, this is exhibit 1. This is the bruising that's on the arm. All right, I'm guessing that's to do with the fight that happened in the car, right? Now, of course, they were both tussling, though. I've got to be fair, you were both tussling, though. You know what I'm saying to you? So, you know what I mean? But I hear what you say. That's obviously a chip tooth after he banged their head off the steering wheel. Now, that's madness to me. Okay, you bang your head off the steering wheel is crazy work to me. Okay, this is the house where he said obviously he just popped in and then took a photo like it's threatening, saying, "Now I know what you've been on." This is threatening behavior. Absolutely. If I take a photo in your house, standing in your house, take a photo and send it to you, you will feel like it's a threat. I don't even have to even say anything. The mere fact that I'm in your house without actually asking is a problem. And remember, he did not have a key. Number 3. Okay, this is the police report that she took. And remember, I said to you the date on it as well, which is on the other side, which I think I remember as 7th of the 3rd, 2025, right? So that's on there as well. Okay, incident number, which she put into there. Next, number 4, which I don't think it is. Okay, the travel agreement that they came to for Halo, which wasn't signed yet, but that's on there as well. Exhibit number 5 is a text message. I'm back at the end of the month. He misses you too. Yay, that's not too long, lol. That was obviously Sunday, 20th of April. 21st of April. She said, hey, just want to keep you in the loop. We'll be back on the 11th now. Haven't heard about Mo getting Halo later this week. As we lightly talked about before, if you will be in town, would you like to get him 27th and return him the 4th? Otherwise, I can keep him until we're back, but just want to let you know I'll be there on the 11th. He said, okay, I will double check with him and let you know. Now, he doesn't respond to the 23rd, which is not a bad time frame. I mean, so listen, hi, I forgot to text you. He said that he'll wait until you get back to him. I mean, it's a 2-day wait, though. You really wanted to see Hello. Probably should be on a 2-way wait, but I hear what you're saying. I forgot to text you. He said that he will wait until we get back to him. Okay. And says obviously, hey, I'm just thinking about y'all. So to be fair, I mean, this is actually good communication. You've said not me back to 11th, right? He said, okay, cool. Like, it is what it is. We'll wait till you get back. Calm. And then obviously some of the people that come out and say these things, free Halo B word. There's another one that wasn't there. Another one, someone posted, one day Halo will understand the damage she has done to his childhood. # free Halo. And obviously messages have come up with people that are saying nasty things about her. Someone said, you're a horrible person for not letting Daryl see Halo while you're partying in New York and then taking him with you to a different country, etc., because it's based upon what he said in his TikToks. And then obviously a message that was sent said tomorrow 8:27. I don't know why it says tomorrow 8:27. I don't know if she was taking some kind of thing. I don't know what's going on there. But pretty much confirms Halle Berry, Brent Faiyaz. Rumors keep Halo away from DDG while Brent Faiyaz playing stepdad in St. Lucia. # academics or quoting academics. That was sent as well as a message. These were also sent about the Brent Faiyaz situation. And then obviously, DDG saying, obviously, you think you're hurting my feelings when you're really just ruining your own image. This is a terrible look. Makes you look disgusting and evil. He's always trying to shame her, isn't it? Make her feel bad about who she's with and what she's doing. Enjoy your vacation. Happy Mother's Day. But let's just have the same energy when it's my turn to have him. I'm on the same brother, you are hurt and you need to pay attention. And this is a message again, Daryl, are you not tired of harassing me? Which you put in there as well. Okay, so I don't want to talk much longer than that, fam. I think that was it, right? We read a good amount there. I think the evidence speaks for itself. Of course, we're always willing to see more, right? If you can provide some different evidence, maybe we'll be able to see things differently. But as of now, that ain't it. As of now, that ain't it. So for me personally, I think this is right way to go about it. I think Halle did the right thing. She quietly went away and put it legally. Isn't that what we ask women to do? We say to women, why don't you go to the police first? Has she not gone to the police? Why are we trying to double speak now? All of a sudden, why was she going to the police? Why would she now go to the police? I mean, I say police. Sorry, I keep saying police. Why should she now go to the courts for? You guys say we should handle things in court. I need you to handle it in court. If Daryl wanted to halo so bad, he would have gone to court. Why should I have to go to court for? Well, you're saying she's a trifling baby mother. You need to go to court. Because if she's a trifling baby mother, I ain't saying nothing else. Okay. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, click on the bell button for notification of uploads. We appreciate you guys. Stay locked.